There we go. That's the screen I wanted. Fral. And this is happening this morning, just so you know. Or this is happening over the course of the night, rather. Fral, you awaken at dawn, but bizarrely, you're in your room. You get out of bed wearily, donning your quilted vest and tattered robes. As you clothe, your mind races back to the beating you took the night before. In a panic, you stop and check your body for damage. To your surprise, there's none. You sit on your bed, meditating for a moment, trying to recall last night, but it seems faded. You remember only glimmers of what happened after the fight. You try hard, slowing your heartbeat, feeling attuned within yourself and the warp, focusing your mind deeper and deeper. Finally, in the still silence of this dark dawn, your mind calms. You look back, remembering the boat, the docks of the noble island Fara, the Levine hospital bed. Suddenly, shrill screams fill your mind, deafening you, shattering your illimitable, intricate concentration. Your eyes open, bright and wild with the warp, as your hands instinctively clasp at your ears. The shrieking continues. Panic sets in, and you are unable to quiet the sounds. You look around, trying to ascertain where the noise is coming from, but to no avail. What do you want to do?
So, I get up. I'm obviously like disoriented. Looking around. Do I have control of my actions? Like, can I walk around and stuff like that?
Yes, you have control of your actions, except for whenever I need to take control back for the story. Really? At the moment, you can do whatever you want.
Pastry.
Okay, so I get up and my head is splitting.
Shit.
Did I miss something?
Carnival said pastries.
He thinks he hears laughing, but he's not sure.
Yeah, I hear some strange noises in my head, but my head is splitting with all kinds of pain, so I can't quite make out what it is. I walk around. I'm looking for anything that I can use to like remedy this pain, or like water, or like anything I can drink or something from my head. I'm just looking for something like that.
Can you roll a perception check for me? Let's back up here. You look around the room, trying various things, covering your head with the pillow, going and splashing water on your face, dunking your head under, submerging your head within water in the basin of the sink. Nothing ever seems to quiet it down. You realize as you walk past the door that it is slightly quieter around the area of the door of your bedroom.
So I'm gonna head towards there, just see what that is.
Oh, it just gets slightly quieter.
Oh, it's just quieter when I go towards the door.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I walk out? I open the door.
Yes. You walk out of your room and the door slams behind you. Suddenly, silence falls upon you as you fall to your knees, trying to catch your breath. As you get up, you look down the hallway, and it stretches into darkness. No light, nor windows, save a single loom above your head. Directly in front of you, there are 3 doors. They look familiar. Quickly, you realize that they are the doors to your party's respective rooms, and strange noises are emanating from each of the doors.
So I'm gonna go towards the first door and try and listen, see if I can make any sense of the noises.
You approach Tybalt's door. You can hear a very low, growling thud on the other side of the door.
So I decide that I'm not gonna go through that door.
Sounds like Karen stayed the night.
Yeah, his Tybalt's just that good, right?
Yeah. Fair.
Karen! I need this!
So So I'm gonna
Apparently, so does Karen if she came to Tibble.
I'm gonna do my best to continue down the hall towards the next door.
You are now standing outside of Garvel's room. You hear the sounds of shattering glass and crying from beyond the door.
Okay, and I'm gonna make my way down to the last.
I'm just gonna ignore that.
You are outside of Neelis's room. There is no sound save a single passing gasp.
So I knock on Niels's door, trying to I want to go and talk to him and see if he can help me, because I'm in like quite a bit of pain, and I don't go into the other rooms because it seems like there's some bad stuff going on there.
Wait. Oh, never mind.
You knock on the door, but there is no response. The screaming in your head is also faded now.
Oh, okay, so that's...
Yeah. That exited as soon as you left your room. The screaming stopped, and it was silent everywhere, except for the doors.
Oh, okay. So then, can I look down the hall and see what do I see by looking down the hall farther?
As you peer down the hall, you see nothing but darkness in either direction.
Does the hall just like, is it completely dark, or does like the hall like fade like out, or
It fades eventually to pitch black in either direction. Because there's no light for some reason. There are no lamps on, there are no windows open. It is just darkness.
when I put my like garb and stuff on, did I take my box caster with me?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask that.
Yes, you have everything but your weapons.
Okay, so I'm gonna go on the box caster and say, are any of you awake? Is there anybody there?
All you can hear is a shrill sound of static as no one responds to your question.
Okay,
You want to do that
I'm gonna
again?
go knock on. I'm gonna knock on the closest door again. Closest door.
You knock and there is still no answer.
Okay, let's open Niels' door.
You open the door and enter the room, and you see two figures standing tall. You see Inquisitor Antonius Cariso looming over the slumped body of Neelis. Neelis has impaled himself through the stomach on Garvel's sword. As you get closer,
I thought you saw two figures.
Yeah, Neelis and Inquisitor. Two figures.
Oh, and he just happens to have Garvel's sword.
Yes.
Okay.
From the distance, you can't tell quite what Antonius is asking or talking to Neelis about, but you can tell that Neelis is not responding to him, and he is getting more and more impatient.
Antonius, Niels, and I run up towards them. What's happening here?
Neither of them pay you any attention. As you get in range, you hear him, Antonius, asking various questions about you. Neelis, not giving you away, holds his tongue, and in doing so, the sword slides slowly deeper into his stomach.
So I'm gonna. How far away from them? I don't know.
You're about as far as I am from Zach. Like, you're like a foot away from either of them.
Okay. So I'm gonna put my hand on Antonius's shoulder and say, Antonius, what's going on here?
Antonius still doesn't notice your existence, or acknowledge you at least, and continues to question Neelis, asking questions about your condition, how you're doing, if you've been tainted recently.
I start shaking Antonius's shoulder, saying, Antonius, answer me.
As you shake his shoulder more and more harshly, Antonius turns and looks at you wild-eyed. He immediately lunges at you.
I want to try and like dodge to the side.
Roll a agility test.
Yeah. Oh.
As he lunges for you, he grabs your leg and starts kind of clawing at it, trying to hold on to you.
So I kick at him and I say, Antonius, what are you doing?
He continues to grasp at your leg, screaming that you are his. You are his. And as you look around, you see Nihilus looking at you with great fear in his eyes.
Is there anything near me that I can use to defend myself? Like some kind of
Makeshift, like
yeah.
Roll a perception check and I'll let you know.
Nice.
Looking around the room, you see the various accoutrements of Nihilus's room, none of them within arm reach, save the sword piercing Nihilus's stomach.
It's like stuck inside Nihilus.
Yes, it is going straight through Nihilus's stomach and poking out the back.
We like bleed, like out.
So I'm gonna scramble back more and try and get Antonius off me still.
Can you roll a strength test? You struggle hard, kicking at his face and arm. You fall down towards the door, crawling to get away from him, and he continues to grab on, latching to your leg, starting to tear at the clothes and robes that bind it.
So I'm still continuing to try and get him off me, and I yell out at Nihilus, and Nihilus, are you okay? And I'm looking to see if he gives me a response.
He continues to look at you rather sadly, and starts to try to get up from the floor.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and like struggle with Antonius like on me, so like try and struggle and get over towards Nihilus.
Okay. Do you want to roll another strength test? See how that works out for you? So yeah, you, with a great burst of strength, you fling yourself, flipping over Antonius, though he still clings to your leg, towards Nihilus. You're now within arm's reach of him.
Okay, and is Nihilus trying to... What's his state right now? Like, is he trying to get up still?
He's standing up, but he's earned quite a bit of agony. Like, he just finished standing up, basically.
Okay. Nihilus, what's going on here? What's wrong with Antonius? Explain this.
As you question him, he looks at you very sadly and mouths that he's sorry. And he pulls the sword out from within him, and stabs it into the Inquisitor. At that moment, a blinding light fires in the back of your retina, and you fly out of the room, the door slamming behind you.
So am I open?
You're now back in the hallway with the 3 doors.
Okay, can I get up and go towards the door and try and open the door that just threw me out?
Yeah. You brush yourself off, still feeling the pain of Antonius clawing at your leg. You get up and move to Nihilus's door and pound on it and try and open it, but the door seems locked, as if barred from the other side. And as you pound on it, you hear nothing on the other side, or nothing coming from the other side.
Okay, I'm gonna continue down the hall towards. Who's the next closest room? Is it Garble?
The next one would be Garble. You're in the middle, so either one.
Okay.
You can go to either
Oh,
one.
okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go towards Garvel's door, try and open it. Yell it on the box caster. Can anyone hear me? Bambu.
As you yell into the Voxcaster, the sound of the static seems to be growing, but no one responds. Thank you. As you open the door to Garvel's room, you look around and you see that bottles are littering the room. On a corner table, there is a small revolver with a single bullet lying next to it. You instinctively pick it up. You see Garvel sitting in the corner of his room by the window, looking at a small picture.
Garvel, can you hear me? What are you doing?
Garvel looks up at you and kind of throws one of the bottles, the recently emptied bottles of alcohol at you.
Does it?
You need to make a dodge test if you want to not be hit by it.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
You definitely move out of the way as the bottle smashes against the wall behind you.
Okay, I'm gonna go towards Garvel, and I'm gonna load the round into the pistol.
Okay.
So I go up to him, Garvel, what are you doing? And I'm trying to determine what he's looking at, like what the picture is.
Yeah, you approach him, and as you get closer, you notice from when he turns it slightly that it's a picture of him, but it's a much younger him. And the people around him all seem to be very happy, and it looks like a family photo.
Garvel, what is this?
I couldn't help them. I couldn't save them.
Couldn't help who?
I couldn't help my family.
Garvel, I need you to gain control. We have some bad stuff going on. Neelis has been attacked. I need your help.
I can't. I'm too weak. I couldn't even find the bastards that did it.
I'm gonna need you to snap out of this, Garvel.
Noticing the gun in your hand, he grabs it and immediately points it at his own temple.
Garvel, calm down.
It's still in your hand, though, by the way.
Oh,
You're holding it to his temple. He's just holding your hand there.
Okay, can I try to, like, pull it away, like...
Yeah, make a strength test for me if you want to. What's your strength at?
31.
You attempt to pull it away, but his will seems very resolute, and you are unable to pull it away from him. He looks up at you saying, please end this. I can't stand this anymore.
Garvel, no. We can deal with this. I need your help right now.
As you say that, he wraps his thumb around your index finger on the onto the trigger.
Is there any...
Could you try to bash me away with it or something?
This
is out of character, like freaking, like, because obviously this is a dream and shit.
I'm trying to think if there's any, like, powers that I possess that I can use to, one sec. In a roleplay sense, can I use, like, any of my minor powers, like, for example, like, inflict pain or something on, like, Garvel to try and stop him from, like, to try and put him in pain to stop him from being able to, like, do stuff, like, pull the trigger or something like that?
Yeah, you can do whatever you would normally be able to do.
Okay, I want to try and I'm like, will I be able to do that in a reasonable amount of time? Like,
You won't be able to invocate or any of that, but yeah, you can just make a basic test for it, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I want to try and inflict pain on Garble.
Alright, roll. What? You're a psychic level 2 now, right? So you roll 2d6s to try and hit the threshold?
Okay, 2d6.
Yeah.
And the threshold is 8 for inflict pain.
So yeah, you fail. His grip tightening on the on your finger and the trigger. He takes another drink out of his bottle and tries ever more powerfully to try and get you to pull the trigger.
Garble, I'm not gonna do this, and I try once again to pull it away from him, like try and like forcefully remove it.
Okay, so make another strength test. He looks up at you with a not quite tear in his eyes, but you can see that there is a deep moroseness about him. And he says, "If you won't do it, then I will." And he pulls the trigger, and as the sound of the shot echoes in your ear, you are again thrown from the room and slammed into the hallway outside, the door
Bright light
shutting
this time.
behind him.
Okay, in this hallway, can I get back through to my room that I initially came from?
The door is there.
Okay, I'm gonna go towards that, the door that like initially put me into this hallway.
Okay.
I want to try and open that.
You open the door, go back into your room, and immediately the screeching comes back. As you hear it, you can now hear within it the cries of both Neelis and Garvel mixed in with the screams.
Okay, I run out of that, slam that door behind me, run towards Tybalt's room and open Tybalt's door.
Okay, give me like 2 seconds.
Not a single shit about Garble Niels was given on that day.
You enter Tybalt's room. With a whirring hum, the door slides closed behind you. Immediately, you notice the burning and oppressive heat emanating from the colossal kilns flanking you on either side. Their red fires burn brightly, snapping and hissing at the air. They pour out molten metal onto the floor, which floods towards you from either side.
Is it moving, like is it filling up this entire room with
Yes, from
metal?
either side, there's molten metal coming towards you. Like,
Wait, is this like on the walls or like on the floor or what?
it's on the walls, but it's flooding
okay.
onto the floor towards him.
But like even behind him, like the wall that he just came into the door?
No, not from behind or in front of him,
Okay.
just the sides.
Because like he has like wall walk and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so forward in front of me, is there a place where I can go and like get farther away from the metal?
The room is very long. It is not Tybalt's normal room. As you look into the distance, you see a figure moving about in the very vast distance.
Okay, I'm gonna go forward to try and get like past this like lava that's flowing in. And can I use will awareness help me to determine what that is, the figure, or no?
No, awareness mostly works as a means to, like, you enter a room, and then since I know you have awareness, I'll ask you for an awareness check, and then if you fail it, whatever was in that room still gets the surprise on you. That's basically what awareness is used for.
Okay, I run towards that figure, trying to get away from the lava that's going.
As you run towards the end of the room, the metal is flooding in too fast for you to outrun it. But as you are running in the center of the room, the floor around you slides down, and the molten metal flows into a collection trough underneath your feet. With a hissing thud, the floor slams back into place again to begin the procedure over. Now that you are closer, you can see a shadowy figure working tirelessly in the distance. From here, you can note that it is of similar size and is a similar figure as Tybalt.
Tybalt, is that you?
You hear no response other than the chittering of metal in the distance.
Okay, I'm gonna continue to run towards him because he obviously won't respond.
Alright. As you approach the pit, as you approach him, the pit of your stomach tightens instinctively at what you see. More a massive machine than man, Tybalt moves, spider-like, upon his many mechadendrites, from one end of the room to the other in utter agony. As he reaches the far side of the room, he pauses, muttering something to himself. Instantly, his mechadendrites come to life, moving in a flurry seemingly on their own. You choke back vomit as you watch them tear and rip at what's left of his human body. Pulling flesh from bone, they rend his organs out of his now eviscerated and exposed chest cavity. You hear him yelling in agony as the mechadendrites dance around him.
Holy fuck! Can I behind me that like lava, that the molten stuff that's like you said, like it comes in and then like goes into a thing and then like gets covered and then like repeats like over and over.
Yeah.
So
As it gets close, the floor around you like shudders down, and then it flows into a trough below you, and then they snap back up, and everything starts over again.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey! Hi! I'm right fucking behind you! Sorry. I have to go, so...
Later, Neelis.
I just got to my thingy, so I will talk to you guys later, and I'll watch the stream later on in the week.
Alright.
Alright.
well,
Alright, this is way too deep, too, Richard.
see you, Danny.
See you, man.
Alright, see you guys.
See ya.
Bye.
It's gonna like destroy
So-
the.
I have the stream set up for the
Movie.
last one, so it should be fine still once it drops.
Sweet. Okay.
Hopefully. Otherwise, I'm not fixing it. I'm just gonna put like the screen up. Move Skype down.
Okay.
So funny. Yeah, go ahead.
So okay. So behind me, then, can I access the door that I came in through? Like, is it like, can I get past the lava as the floor goes down and it like resets? I want to try and escape.
Oh, yes. If you wanted to try, you could run back to the door. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to run back there and try and get out of here.
Okay. You want to do that? Roll an agility test for me. What? The screen is still on. Okay, there we go.
I'll check the stream and see.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
No, they're all screwed up, so I'm just going to throw Skype on the bottom screen and switch over. Is there any way to full... Yeah, there we go. Good. Max is Garvel. Or no, Rodney's Garvel. Max is Fral. For everybody watching the stream. Now I need to move roll 20 out too, because that's not being covered. Oh wait, hold on. No, first you need to roll a willpower test because it's so fucking horrifying. So we'll do that first.
Okay, is that just gonna count for the one I just rolled, or?
No, we're gonna do it again. Otherwise, do you want to just automatically fail your willpower test?
Oh, well, I got a 20. What's my willpower? My
You got
willpower's-
a 20? It says you got a 51 for me. Oh,
No.
never mind.
No, I got
Well,
a,
do you want to use that 20 towards your willpower test?
yeah.
Stop it, Skype! Okay. Snapping out of it, you run, horrified away from Tybalt's desiccated body. As you run away, his screams start turning to words as your ears begin to comprehend. The flesh is weak, he repeats over and over as he laughs. You want to continue running towards the door?
Yeah, I'm running.
Alright.
He's made a convincing point. I'm gonna go back and see what he has to say.
Yeah, you never know. Anyways, you run and fling yourself through the door, opening it and flying through. The door slams shut behind you as his mechadendrites chase you. They slam against the door, and then there's silence.
Okay, so every single door is fucked.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go down. Okay, this hall. Can I see down darkness in both directions, or like how far does it go, or like what's?
All you see is darkness in either direction. Eventually. Like, as the light dims, there's darkness.
Okay, can I just like cautiously head down the hall, like tread lightly, like make sure I'm not gonna like step off anything, where like I want to see how far I can go down this hall.
Sure, no problem. Okay. You head down into the darkness, moving very slowly, cautiously, and sure-footedly. You make your way down through the depth of the darkness for what feels like an eternity. Eventually, you come out by the door of Canicus's study.
Okay, I'm gonna go up towards that. Can I see anything else, or do I just see this door?
You can barely make out the frame of the door.
Okay, and
It's
just,
very dark still.
and it's part of the hallway still, the same hallway that I'm in. It's just a
Yes.
door in the hall. Okay, can I go towards the door and then listen outside it and see if I hear anything?
As you approach Canicus's study door, you press your head up against it, pushing your ear against the door, and you hear nothing from inside.
Okay, I'm gonna try and open Canicus's door, but I'm gonna do it like really quietly, so like hopefully like no one would notice that I'm open.
You open the door very, very gently. Looking around, you don't see anybody, and everything in the room looks very clean and orderly as it normally would. You cautiously enter the room, and the door does not slam behind you. As you look around, you notice that the door to their safe room is open.
Okay, in his study, there's nobody in there, like it's just that and like the safe room. Is the safe room like another door that I can just go through in the study, or?
Yes, the safe room is another door that's in the study that's open at the moment. You could literally just walk in if you wanted.
Okay, do I know what the safe room is? Like what's it for?
It was where they went to hide during the revolt.
Okay. And you said the door's open. Can I walk at a distance?
And just kind of
At
like try
an
and peer in
angle
from
and look
an
into the door? Yeah.
Yeah. You walk around the room, and as you peer in, there's a kind of nice glow coming from within the room, the safe room. But you can't really see what's in there. You can tell that there's something inside, but the light is obfuscating it due to your now odd vision from being in the dark for so long.
Okay, can I grab something from Kaneka's study and like chuck it through the door? Chuck it through the door into the safe room?
You reach and you grab a lamp off of Canicus's desk, and throwing it kind of gingerly, you throw it and it hits the floor inside the safe room, and nothing much happens from it.
Okay, gonna approach the door to the safe room and just see if I can see any farther into it as I get closer, but without entering it.
But I understand that.
Yeah.
As you approach, you make out two figures around the size of Canicus and Nita at the very end of the room, but you can't see them very well through the light. Your eyes are still adjusting to it, and it burns some to look into the light.
Canicus, Nita, can you hear me?
You sit there in the darkness, waiting for a response, but as minutes pass, you hear nothing. There is only the creeper head.
Let's go into that room, but not too quickly. I'm just sort of trying to like approach towards them. I want to see if I get a response from them, if they notice me or anything like that.
You enter the safe room very slowly, and as you do, you approach Canicus and Nita, and you find their tortured and mutilated bodies. It appears that their skin has been burned off and their bodies dragged along the ground. The door closes. You look up and you see a glowing blue bottle filled with a dark and arcane power, surging and pulsing. But strangely, you do not feel the taint of the warp, only the purity of its power.
This bottle, is it on anything, or is it like floating? Like, what's it? And
It appears to be hanging from the top of the room, maybe 10 or 15 feet above you.
okay.
Or like 5 meters above you, 3 to 5 meters.
Just for reference, like, how big is this bottle? Is it like a vial kind of thing, or is it like large? It's that? Okay.
That size.
Maybe
Maybe a little bit bigger than that, so like, 7 inches across, maybe.
Is there anything else in the room that I can see? Like, it's like there's the bottle there in the air. There's like the essentially corpses, what I think of, like Canicus and Nita. Is there anything else that I can see?
No. The room is basically just solid steel walls. The arcane source lighting up the room, and then their corpses and the door.
Okay, if I extend my hand towards the bottle, cautiously, what happens?
As you reach for it, the door bursts open, and then begins slamming shut and opening and slamming shut over and over again, with the sound of crunching bone. Immediately, droves of corpses start falling from the ceiling and piling up, filling the room.
Are they, like, near me? Are they gonna hit me?
Yes, they're falling on top of you. They're falling randomly throughout the room. And just hitting the ground.
Before they, like, knock me down, can I grab that, vial?
No, it is still too high for you to get to.
Can't reach it. Can I sort of, like, cover myself so that, like, I won't get hurt from these corpses? I don't want, like, the corpses to land on me, but I want to see, like, if the corpses are gonna, like, stop. I just do, like, a reaction, like, cover myself from the corpses.
Yes, you cover yourself, and the corpses kind of, they'll hit you and then just fall to the side. They continue to fall, and in fact, they begin filling up the room, so much that they're already past your waist and quickly continuing upward. As you look up, you're shocked to see that the ceiling seems to be getting further and further away. But as it gets further, the corpses seem to fall faster.
Okay, so the ceiling's going out, the corpses are falling. Is the vial in the same place? Can I climb the corpses and get towards it?
Yes, you can climb it, but it's starting to move away from you slowly. Upward.
Okay, I'm gonna try and climb them and see if I can get up to that thing and grab it.
Alright. You begin climbing up the corpses, and as you do so, 3 of them grab at you. You look back in abject horror and notice that Garvel, Neelis, and Tybalt are clawing at you, rending the flesh from your legs, pulling and tearing at them.
All these people are impaled, gunshot to the head, and creepy mechadendrite.
What?
You said Tybalt, Garble, and
Mhm.
Nihilus
Oh,
are
it's
on-
normal you.
Okay.
Oh, okay. And they're like ripping the flesh off my feet, like.
Yes, they're ripping at your legs, tearing your clothes, occasionally digging their nails into your skin and pulling it back.
Okay, that's gonna cause me to try and climb the fuck up these things faster.
All right.
Surprisingly, you don't hit that.
Anyways, you continue rushing up the now mountain of corpses. In utter agony, you continue and continue until finally you are climbing with only your arms, as your legs have been ripped off. As you get towards the apex of the mountain, Tybalt, Nihilus, and Garble all kind of shirk back away from the light that you are now close to. Instinctively, you know that if you were able to get to it, you would have the power to fix everything.
Okay, and where is this like vial thing in relation to the light, and how far are each of them from?
Wait, one more time?
Okay, because like I was climbing up the thing trying to grab the vial thingy.
The arcane power?
Yeah, that thingy. Yeah, I was trying to get towards that, and then now you said that like farther up I see like a light.
No, this is the same thing.
Oh, the light is coming from that?
Yeah. The light is
okay.
emanating out of the power. The arcane
okay.
vial.
Gotcha, okay. Yeah, I'm going for that.
As you wrap your hands around it, the will to crush it overwhelms you, to make it a part of you, to become one with its power. Roll a strength test, plus 30.
This is like his way to like make sure I don't see if I can fail.
Oh, it's supposed to be minus 30. Never
Minus 30.
Like, so that,
47.
yeah. What's your strength?
That's a fail. 31.
31? Okay. Roll a willpower test for me. Just the standard one. As you begin to try and crush it, it seems resilient to your grasp, but using the power of the warp inside of you amplify your strength and eventually crush the vial within your hands. You awaken in the dead of night, your hands tightly grasped around Nihilus's throat. You can see from the paleness in his face that you've been here for a while. You feel the tension of his neck muscles as his airway chokes and coughs, trying to stay open. In the horror of what you've done, your grip loosens, and you notice a sharp pain in the side of your neck.
So I'm gonna try and not make noise, even though I'm hurt, and I want to like leave Nihilus and go back to wherever I'm sleeping or wherever I'm.
Yeah. So your grip loosens off of Nihilus's neck, and you notice that you're now in the hospital wing of the Levine estate. As you begin to move, you hear a gruff voice. "Put it down, Natalia." Looking down, checking down at where the pain's coming from, you see the blade of a knife pointing at your neck. The slender hand of Corvus holds it, shaking with effort, as the larger hand of Mercutio grasps her wrist, attempting to stay her blade. You see, he's relaxing. The hold of the warp is fading. In a split second, Mercutio twists the blade from Natalia's hand and delivers a strong punch into your gut. You gasp for air as the world gets hazy. It becomes harder to remain conscious. Mercutio lifts you and lays you back on your bed, shutting your slightly opened eyes with his hand. Can you roll a willpower check for me? He chose the path of the demon. You should have let me kill him, Reaper. There's no telling what he could do next. With all of them near. Silence, Natalia. He may still be conscious. After a few more moments, your eyes close on their own, and they become very difficult for you to open them again. You hear the barely perceptible footfalls of Mercutio make his way to Neelis's bedside. He'll be alright. His breathing's returned to normal. Why did you stop me? We need him still. They need him. We should have killed him before they can set him off. No, Natalia, we're not sure of anything yet. The fact that he would come here, it means that they're getting desperate. It's too dangerous. We're jeopardizing the whole sector. As your consciousness fades, their conversation muffles, and then finally mutes as the darkness takes you. And that's the end of that section.
That was intense.
No railroading done there.
I never once railroaded you guys. So yes, that's narratively driven role playing.
Yeah. Don't worry, I tried to do things that you didn't think I would do.
Yeah. I tried to think of anything that you would normally do, and then things that you wouldn't do, so I'd have an
Okay.
answer to everything.
Right, yeah.
But
All
yeah,
the things.
all the things. So yes, that's what happened in the night. It's exactly what happened in the night. Before everything that we just did. We just played.
Yeah, Annie's gonna have fun one.
Yeah. So, from there, do you guys want to continue and do, like, a scumbag mission?
Well, we only have like what, an hour and 40 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
Ish,
Yeah.
yeah.
To be fair, the scumbag mission I have for you guys is strictly combat. There is no role-playing in this.